Shalom, shalom, shalom. Akim, all praise, glory, honor goes to Yahweh Shem Shai for giving us this truth. Double honor to all the elders teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth and sincerity to you. I say shalom. Brother Khan from the set of the Lions of Judah, Joshua around here in Chicago, to you I say shalom. Coming at y'all with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the title of this video is going to be titled, Hearken to the Word in the Time of Your Liberty. All right? Because pretty soon Esau is going to want to put us back into captivity. All right? The day is approaching that World War III will be fully implemented. That food shortages, martial law will be fully implemented. So now is the time to come and hearken to the word of Yahweh Shem Shai before it's too late. All right, this is the book of Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us. All right, so that nation is Babylon. That nation is America. All right, because we are in the same turmoil, all right, from when we first got here. When we first stepped on the shores of America, we are still being persecuted by our enemies, man. All right, so we have watched for a nation that could not save us, man, which is America, man. All right, you Negroes, you love trusting into the ways of the oppressor, man. All right. All right, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1, and it reads, Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. And them chariots just going to vehicles, man. All right. Because you know how Jake has to have the latest cars and stuff like that. They have to have the latest vehicles and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they trust in chariots, man. All right. And it reads, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. So our people, they trust in everything but the Most High, man. And this is the reason why when Jacob's trouble fully is implemented, our people are going to have a hard time, all right? Because you never know what you have until it's gone, all right? Right now we have liberty here in this so-called liberty here in Babylon to get right. But once Esau started coming down on us with these hate groups and martial law, then you so-called Negroes are going to be in bad shape, man. You're going to be in a bad case, all right? You're going to be in pitiful case, man, because you had liberty and you didn't get right with Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 10. And it reads, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, man, which is Babylon, which is America, man. All right, because America is the new Egypt. All right. So the Most High is going to deliver us from out of the hand, all right, from our enemies, man. But guess what? You 2/3, all right, you Israelites, you're not going to want to be delivered. You're going to want to stay here and be oppressed, because to you, this is the best. This is heaven on earth to you, man. All right. But we got the kingdom coming, and the Most High is going to give it to you. But he wants you to keep the commandments. All right. It's going to be heaven on earth. But in this current world, you think this is the best thing, all right, since sliced bread, man. All right. Because you Negroes, you want to be wicked. You want to live lawless. You don't want nobody to correct you. So in your eyes, you are living your best life. You what they say, I'm grown. So guess what? When you grown, nobody could tell you what to do. All right. And that's why you're going to be destroyed, because you got pride. No one could tell you anything. All right, so this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues," man. Because Babylon is going to be hit with so many plagues, man. All right. You're going to have a food shortage. It's going to be a famine. All right. The missiles is going to blow this place down, man. This place is not going to stand. All right. Everything that's here in this place is going to come crumbling down. All right. So the Most High is telling you to come up out of her spiritually, man. Stop trying to do the ways of Babylon. Because the Most High is only going to let this place go on so long before his fierce hand come down crashing upon the inhabitants of this place. All right, so that's what the scripture is saying, man. And that's why the scripture said, if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Because the ones that don't hear this gospel, who don't understand this gospel, they look at it as another religion. All right, but they're going to find out that we had the truth, man. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, and it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth," man. All right. So we are keeping those who fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who are working out their salvation with fear and trembling. All right. We believe wholeheartedly in the Most High. That's why we keeping the words, the being patient, man. All right. Working out our own salvation. All right. Let me get that again. Revelations 3, verse 10, and it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth," man. So yeah, the Most High is going to send his son to try you 2/3 in all the world. Because you trust, once again, you trust in the ways of this society. So your kingdom is going to come crashing down because you shared this kingdom, all right, with the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. Okay. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8, and it reads, "Harden not your hearts as in the Salakia." Let me read that again. "Harden not your hearts as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness," man. All right. So the Most High is telling us to harden not our hearts. So you Israelites, you got to harden out your hearts and come back to the Most High. Listen to this word. All right. Yeah, so let me read that again. It's the book of Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8, and it reads, "Harden not your hearts as in the provocation in the day of temptation," right? Because the day of temptation is Jacob's trouble, man. All right. So it's a provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness, man. So we are in the wilderness in America. All right. So if you keep hardening your hearts, you're going to be destroyed just like the Egyptians, man. And Pharaoh, who hardened his heart against our people, man. Because our people, we have taken on the spirit of the heathens, man, the other nations. You think just like them. You are in the ways and philosophy of these other nations, man. So that's why the Most High is telling you to come back before it's too late. All right, and time is dwindling, man. The time is drawing nigh. All right. You have to restore the time. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4, and it reads, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death," man. So in the day of wrath, Jacob's trouble, it's not gonna matter how much money you have, man. Because guess what? The economy is gonna come crashing down. All right. And sometimes we repeat the same things. We sound like a broken record, but these things are going to come to pass, man. All right. These things are going to come to pass. And you Israelites need to come back to your commandments, all right, to your God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because the Most High is revealing his secrets to the servants, the prophets. All right, so I hope this video is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To you, I'll say shalom.